Alright, hey guys, I'm gonna show you guys how to hook any worm, stick bait, anything. So I'm gonna start off with one of these decoys worms I have. It's a blue, or not blue, it is a pink worm. Really, I just got in a basket and I never really used it. I'm gonna show you guys how to hook it up. I'll make some better lighting for you guys. While I'm at it. Alright. So we have the worm and a hook and a bullet weight. I have a little rig set up here, hook and bullet weight attached to a line, has a knot at the end. The bullet weight can't go through. It's a practice. So what you're gonna do is, as you see, the tip right here, this goes at the bottom like this. It will look like that when we're finished. So what you're gonna do, take the top and then put the hook tip through the top here and just loop it in like that. Loop it all the way back up until we hit around here. It goes all the way up to the top, just like that. And then you want to, put it like this, sideways, and then usually get a good idea where it's going to be at, and then just hook it up here. If you want to make it weedless, I'm going to show you guys how to make it weedless in a minute, but going right here, set the worm. I like to set my worm almost by the knot, just like that. That is a non-weedless rig. So the hook is exposed, and yeah, the hook is exposed right there. Then whenever you got the bullet weight on there, it's going to look like that. It's going to look a really good rig. Now to make it weedless, what you're going to do is push it up a little bit more, right? And then you're going to pull the worm up, just up, and then just let it fall back down onto the hook. And then you got it weedless. You're going to stretch the worm out a little bit, feel where the hook is at. It's okay if the hook's out just a tiny bit, but mine ain't out, so we're good. And you can see it's not out. Then you got a weedless worm set up, that way you can go around brush piles and everything and not have to worry about it. So yeah, now I'm going to show you guys how to rig up just a simple wacky. So for a wacky rig, or wacky worm rig, you don't need anything but just a hook, line, and any type of stick bait. So I'm also put the bull weight in the back. So it's like your line looks like this. You got a regular hook, and you're ready, right? I'm gonna get another decoy worm out here. Just one of these, a regular worm. You wouldn't want to find the middle and just hook it. Find the middle, hook the middle up, and then that's it for the wacky. That's it. It's like that. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do for the wacky rig. Alright? Or go from the top here. If you want to have a better idea of doing it from the top, and then just let it like that. And then it's on from the bottom, it's like a floating. Alright? It's floating. That's without a sinker or a bullet weight or anything. So now, I'm going to show you guys how to run a simple worm with a tail. This one's really long. Really, you know what? I'm gonna go and get one that y'all can see a little bit better. This is what we're looking at right here. So we have a longer worm, as you can see. I'm gonna show you guys how to trim this down here to make it fit anything, if you want to do it smaller or bigger. But right now, I think it's a little bit too big. So what you're going to do is you're going to find the perfect point to cut it. So the perfect point I think to cut it is about right here. Then find a little line and then snip it. Alright. So there's a certain way of doing that. Then your line and your worms will look like that. But this is also another one that I've trimmed up in the past. As you can see, it looks stock, brand new. I trimmed up the tail on this one too, as you can see. I didn't do the best job on that. I'll have to show you how to trim that up later. So after you cut it, you can run it like this, but I prefer not to. I like to make the head just a little bit more noticeable. So you're just going to trim up on the worm like that. The way you got that, and do it on the other side too. Alright, now keep doing it on the corners of each side. Just like that. It ain't going to be the best, but it gives you a point to put your hook. I want to trim this up just a little bit more. Alright, that's a little bit better. Now, you got your hook. Alright, we're going to move this out of the way. You have your hook and your easy, this is the easy rig. So as you can see, the worm is smaller, but if you have a smaller worm, yeah, it's going to have less options of fish seeing it, but it's not going to lower the chances by that much. The only thing it's going to lower is that right there. It's really going to be nothing wrong with you cutting it or trimming it. Like I said, like I had before. Sorry about that if something happened, but you're going to go up here, just like that, and then all the way up to the top, just like the other ones, and then you're good to go. What you gotta do now is fix up the rear, just like that. And I don't really like my making weedless that much, just because it gives me less options of hooking the fish. But now we got that set up. It's not really the best setup you can have. I know this is a pretty crappy worm, but educational purposes, I think that this is a perfect size worm for any scenario, preferably ponds or anything, because usually fish like to attack from the head of the worm. So whenever you're pulling, the line is going to go that way, and the tail's going to come behind it. So whenever they attack from the front, they're going to attack it, and you set the hook, and it's going to hook in the top lip, mainly the top lip, eye, anything like that. Rarely, sometimes, oh, it's already ripping. It's bad. This is a bad quality worm, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to use my newer worms. They attack from the tail. It's just going to be right here. I've seen fish on the bank. I try to attack it. They eat the tail right here. And then the tail breaks, and you're screwed, right? That worm's done. But some fish will bite this and try to drag it off away. And you can't set the hook, right? So that's why you trim this stuff up. As you can see here, the bass, they like to eat more of it. So they eat about, this is at least 3-4 inches almost. Maybe I'm exaggerating that much. Alright, but they like to eat, like I said, they like to eat 3 or 4 inches of this stuff. So this is perfect right here. But another perfect one is this one right here. Perfect worm. Perfect trimmed up worm. Alright. I'm going to fix up this tail a little bit. Try to make it skinnier. Make it just right for the scenario. And then I'm going to show you what this thing's supposed to look like. Alright, it's going to look something like that. A little awkwardly shaped right there. But that's alright. That's a perfect size. And I'm going to hook that up for you guys real quick here too. Alright. I like these worms because they're thicker and you have way more hooking options. Here, alright. Pull up here. Just like that. Come down. And then you hook it up. And that worm's good to go. Just like that, you have a perfectly set up rig. With a perfectly set up rig, you are ready to go. Alright, and thank you guys for watching this video. If you are, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel. As you can see right now, I just started this channel up. It's mainly ATVs, fishing, mudding, anything you think of on this channel. It's mainly going to be all that stuff. And I have more fishing videos coming out. We're going to go fishing later on this weekend. The current date I'm posting this is today is Wednesday, going on Thursday. So just like it up, guys, and I will see y'all later. Thank you guys for supporting the channel in any way, and see ya.